So what I've got going is a homemade barbecue sauce. And this week they are featuring and celebrating, help me, Darlene, peaches, Louisiana's peach harvest. So they come from waterproof Louisiana. And if you come to the farmer's market, there is Mr. Buddy and with his peaches. When he doesn't have peaches, he has the best pecans ever. But he does a beautiful peach harvest. And I love the little Saturn peaches that he has. They're so wonderful. But I wanted to do something savory with peaches because we have lots and lots of cobblers and crisps that we all know about. You could quick grill a peach and put some ice cream on it. So I wanted to do something savory. So I want to tell you what I've got going so far. This recipe is on our website, and what I've done is taken some pretty typical components of a barbecue sauce, and I've got them rolling in this pot. And we're talking tomato paste, ketchup, some apple cider vinegar, mustard. You could use prepared mustard or powdered mustard, um, Worcestershire sauce. So all the typical things that you see in a barbecue sauce, and here comes my twist. So I've got that rolling, and I'm going to pop that down a little bit. But what I did earlier was I took a pound of peaches, peeled them. So here's the thing. Let's say you buy a whole bunch of peaches from Mr. Buddy, and it can happen because he is that kind of salesman. And let's say some are getting a little overripe. This is what you do with them. So you can freeze them or you can do something like this. So this is a pound of peaches that are peeled and chopped, and I sauteed them with onion and jalapeno in a little bit of our shallot olive oil. And so I sauteed them and I moved them to a little blitzer. You can go to a blender or a food processor, but you want to puree that until smooth. And then that's going to go in with that tomatoey, traditional barbecue sauce approach. And so I'm going to go in with that, and we need it to bubble a bit. So in goes that puree, and I can smell the jalapeno, and I can smell the onion. And I just think it's a great way to take a savory approach with a fruit that we, most often turn into a dessert. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So that's coming together, and that needs to bubble a little bit. And so here is where your preference comes in. You can keep it about where it is. This is definitely a spoonable barbecue sauce. It's got a nice consistency, but you can continue to cook and reduce it down if you want to. And the next thing we're going to go in, because we want a peach 1-2 punch. So here's our peach balsamic. I'm going to eyeball this, but it's about a quarter of a cup. And so that is a white balsamic that has beautiful peaches infused in it, and it's pourable and drizzleable. So white balsamics are going to be thinner than your dark balsamics and make for fantastic vinaigrettes. So that balsamic is, while it's a vinegar, balsamics are going to be lower on the pH scale and they're sweeter. So let's say we were pickling, we would never sub out all balsamic for, say, the distilled vinegar or the apple cider vinegar. We always just use a portion of balsamic vinegar and keep some of that other vinegar to make sure your pH is correct. So I still have apple cider vinegar in here because you want that tartness in a sauce, but I've subbed out part of it for the peach balsamic. But this is just wants to go on a date with our rosemary extra virgin olive oil for a vinaigrette. So good. But a great addition to this pot of barbecue sauce that's just bubbling away. So let's say you want to reduce it a bit. So what's happening in this pot is you already have Worcestershire, you already have soy sauce. So you wouldn't want to salt it until you're ready with the consistency, because as we don't reduce sodium. The sodium concentrates. So you wouldn't want this to be over salted. So we're going to salt at the end because we don't want it to reduce with all that salt in there. Now, the next thing that's going in is hot smoked paprika. So smoked paprika is one of my favorite things, and then the hot smoked is really fun. This is a half teaspoon measure, going in with a couple of teaspoons. And that's going to give it beautiful flavor and even more vibrant color, although it's looking pretty snazzy right now. So that smells like magic. So good. So grab those peaches. Chances are you have what you need to make this sauce in your pantry, because we're talking ketchup, tomato paste, soy sauce, a little bit of honey, a little bit of molasses. You didn't have the molasses, you could use all honey. And then you're going to grab those peaches from Mr. Buddy and make this sauce. Okay, that is a beautiful consistency to me. And I want to show you what it looks like. So it has gotten, just in that few minutes, it's gotten pretty thick, and it's a lovely spoonable consistency. And remember that everything in here is cooked. So it's less about cooking it and more about bringing it up to a bubble and have everything get married. That onion and jalapeno and peach cooked in that first step, then you puree it, and then it all goes in. So you're just sort of heating it, getting it to come together, and then reducing it if you want it really, really thick. Okay, now that I'm happy with it, I'm going to go in with my salt, and I'm using Applewood smoked sea salt. So all that smokiness we love about a barbecue sauce, in addition to sweetness from peaches and the peach balsamic, come on, so good. All right, so Kira, I need a spoon because I've got a little bit of pulled pork. I took a small pork shoulder, and I used our boucherie pulled pork from our website. So boucherie is a spice blend that we sell. It's like a Cajun Creole all-purpose blend. And this particular recipe is in a slow cooker, which a pulled pork loves a slow cooker, but you can also get there in a lot less time in an Instant Pot. So that recipe can be converted to an Instant Pot easily, but a good savory pulled pork and some peach barbecue sauce. Look at this little scene I've made here. It's so good. I did a good job. And so on I go with my barbecue sauce onto my pulled pork. And what a fun way to use up Louisiana summertime peaches. This would be so good on just grilled chicken breast. I could see glazing wings with this. It would be excellent for dipping some grilled shrimp. Come on. So that is gorgeous. That is our Louisiana peaches made into a very quick sauce that's so easy with pantry staples on a pulled pork. All right, I'm going to take a bite. What do you think, Darlene? How did I do? Yeah. All right, let's see how I did. Oh, it's spicy. It's so good, darling. So per usual, I'll talk to you with my mouth full, but that's delicious. That's a really beautiful sauce, really different take on barbecue sauce. Super easy. Come this week to the farmers market. It's at 5th and Main in downtown Baton Rouge. The cool thing about this market is rain or shine, it's open. So in the rain, they're in the parking garage, and honestly, it's pretty easy to navigate. So rain or shine, head down here, come see Mr. Buddy. He's the best. Grab some Louisiana peaches, make something delicious, bring me some, and then when you have some left over, make this sauce. It's a great way to make use of what's abundant in Louisiana right now. So downtown 5th and Main, during the week, come grab lunch, load the kids up, come grab some lunch. Saturday, 8 to 12, come see the farmers outside. And no matter when you come see us. All right. Thanks, guys. This was super fun. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.